Lads! It's Thursday morning. That means football starts tonight. Here's what you missed from yesterday to get you caught up, plus a rankings update. You want the full list of rankings? It's easy stuff. Hit the description, and the link is down there. It's all completely updated right now. Okay? Rachaad Ali is going to be out for the Baltimore Ravens, which means a lot of Derrick Henry. Justice Hill's going to get some extra run out of that backfield. He's pretty worthless from a fantasy perspective. If you wanted to gamble on his over 1.5 receptions, that's the only thing I can really think of that you want to do with Justice Hill. Hopefully he doesn't steal a touchdown away from Lamar or Derrick Henry in this game. On the Chiefs side, Hollywood Brown is going to be out. Friday Night Football, Eagles and Packers. It wasn't a real practice on Wednesday. They were traveling, so everything is an estimation. So Marshawn Lloyd is limited in practice. He didn't really practice, so you have to wait to see today whether or not he's going to play with his hamstring injury. Ditto for Romeo Doubs. He's probably going to play, and then Tucker Kraft has his back injury. It does seem like he's going to play, but he is more iffy than Romeo Doubs at the moment. The big news, Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase made me look foolish after yesterday's video, and anyone who's watched this show for any period of time knows I can make myself look foolish enough as it is. It looks like he's going to play. He practiced in a limited capacity. Whether he has the contract or not, he's going to be a go for the Patriots, so you got to get him back up. You got to play Ja'Marr Chase. So Ja'Marr Chase is back up to wide receiver 12 in the rankings. That's one spot behind Chris Olave. T. Higgins drops a little bit down to wide receiver 16. Both are must starts. That's one spot behind Cooper Kupp. And then another way for me to look pretty foolish at some point, because I said yesterday that Andre Yosavash would be a better play in week 1 over Burton, but I like Burton the rest of the season. That might not be so much the case. I call Yosavash Yeshmesh, like he is a Borat character, but he's up to wide receiver number 59 in the rankings, but Burton might not have a role in this offense. To quote The Athletic, Burton has shown a total lack of professionalism and seriousness during the offseason and is a, quote, long shot to be involved in this year. This is bad news for Jermaine Burton. Good news for Yeshmesh as the wide receiver 3, but he's not a must-start by any means. Fringy at best in very deep leagues. More news here. Keenan Allen has a heel injury. He's limited in practice. This is the same heel injury that caused Allen to miss the final 4 games of last season. I'm a little bit worried about this. So I put DJ Moore at wide receiver 8. That's where he's been. But I bumped down Keenan Allen because he might be limited. He might not be at full speed to wide receiver number 39 in the rankings this week and bumped up Rome Odunze to wide receiver number 45. I'd try not to start any of those guys besides DJ Moore. What that leads me to believe is go to Underdog Fantasy and go over on the 62 yards, I think it is, for DJ Moore. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a great idea. Top 10 play this week. Smash it with DJ Moore. Vikings coach Kevin O'Connell says he, quote, feels pretty good about Jordan Addison playing week 1 against the Giants. I always, quote, feel good standing on the first tee every time I play golf. Doesn't mean it's going to go well for me. It does seem like he is going to play, but here's the thing. Behind him on the depth chart is Jalen Naylor, who's actually behind him in recovering from the same sort of ankle injury. He might not play. So you have a gimpy Jordan Addison. Naylor may or may not play, and obviously TJ Hawkinson is out. All that just leads me to believe that Justin Jefferson is the wide receiver 1 this week and over 80.5 yards. So what you can do is go to Underdog Fantasy right now, use code Mayo, get your deposit bonus, and go over DJ Moore, over Justin Jefferson. That pays 3 times your money if you want to do that now. And you still haven't used the Travis Kelce free pick for Thursday Night Football. Add on Travis Kelce over half a yard, and you win 6 times your money. Code Mayo at Underdog Fantasy. Additionally, I'm giving away $25,000 in conjunction with Underdog Fantasy. There is a Google form down in the description right now. It's a pick'em contest for the year. All you need to do is have an email address and an Underdog account, and you can join. All the rules are in there. I'm giving away the $25,000 whether you play or not. If I were you, I'd want to get my hands on some of that money because I can participate in this too. I'm playing. You should come play against me. Top prize is $5,000. I would highly recommend that you go do that down in the description right now. To quote Todd Bowles, you normally go with the hot hand, but since nobody has played yet, Rachaad White obviously starts, and then we'll kind of go from there. So there's going to be games where Bucky Irving has value. We're just never gonna know what games those are gonna be, apparently. White is still the highest ranked. He's inside the top 20, running back number 17 for me this week. But I did bump up Bucky Irving to running back number 41, just in case he ends up with 9, 10, 11 touches. Obviously, you're not gonna start Irving, and White remains a good lower end running back 2 type start, but there's gonna be weeks where Rachaad White takes a big dump all over your lineup. But again, we'll never know when that's going to be. Good matchup, bad matchup, doesn't really matter. It's just going to be a hot hand situation. If Irving comes in and starts looking good, they might roll with him for a few series, severely limiting the upside of Rachaad White right now. Josh Downs' ankle looked like he was gonna be a go, but now he is doubtful against Houston, which means Pierce and Mitchell are gonna get some extra run behind Michael Pittman. I have Mitchell over Pierce. Mitchell is wide receiver number 51. Pittman at wide receiver number 21. I have him down there right now because I think you're gonna see a lot of running from both Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson, thus shrinking the game, allowing fewer targets overall. I could see like a 7 for 77 game from Michael Pittman, but that's not going to crack you inside the top 10 unless you find the end zone once or twice, which is pretty difficult to predict. I'm going to try to predict volume, and I don't love it for Michael Pittman this week unless they get way down. For the Carolina Panthers, Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas are both looking shaky to play, which means Jadavion Sanders could be the last man standing at tight end. The rookie might start in his first game. It's still Carolina. He's tight end number 23. If he scores a touchdown, maybe he ends up tight end 9. Probably not a gamble that you want to make right now. He's in that Cade Otton, Jonnu Smith zone. Just pick your poison if you have no one to play at tight end. Kyle Pitts is dealing with a hamstring injury. Big shocker. There's another excuse for Kyle Pitts not to be good. He's still a top 10 option because he's Kyle Pitts, a new quarterback, a new offense, and expected a lot of volume against the Steelers, but I'd temper expectations with Kyle Pitts a lot this year and that entire Atlanta offense. Finally, the Rams listed Blake Courm as the running back number 2 behind Kyren Williams, but he's also the number 1 kick returner on the depth chart. Sean McVay is trolling us at this point. Don't play Courm in week 1. Obviously, play Kyren Williams. The rankings are down in the description right now. They're completely updated. I'll see you on Friday morning in order to update everything again. Or maybe I'll skip Friday and I'll go straight to Saturday morning once we know all of the details from those important Friday practices to give you a full report. If you subscribe to that newsletter that has the rankings in it right now, I'm going to release the full injury report on either Friday evening or on Saturday morning to give you a cheat sheet of all of the injuries going to the week, and I'll have an accompanying video. The Best Bet Show is out on Mayo Media Network right now, so please go subscribe. Spread Pick Show is out as well. I'll have Tambo for picks and DraftKings picks tomorrow. Content coming at you every day, all right? So like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. Code Mayo at Underdog Fantasy. I'll see you next time.
Mayo experience! Experience!